Hey everyone! So, I want to try a different format of video slash podcasts in today's episode. Let's have an honest chat today about relationships, specifically about the kinds of men women should steer clear of when dating. Okay, first of all, although this video or podcast may sound petty, but this conversation isn't meant to be judgmental, okay? It's about protecting your energy, your time, your peace, and also your heart as a woman. It's as precious as a diamond, okay? And also to help keep your heads up and mind sharp when getting into a serious relationship with someone. So, let's grab a cup of tea or coffee and grab a croissant and let's get into it. First of all, I feel like everyone has at least met this type of man once in their life. You know, the guy who's always negative, nothing is ever enough, his job's terrible, his friends are annoying, and like even complain about like the weather is personally out to get him. What the hell? We call this type of man the chronic complainer, okay? If someone cannot see the positives in life, they'll have a hard time seeing the positives in the relationship too. And honey, you deserve someone who lifts you up, not drags you into their cloud of doom as well. So if you have ever seen or been or are being with this type of men, just get out of there. What are you doing? Okay, this type of men, they are gonna drag you down with them and also suck all of your energy so that they can also make you feel the way they do. And in the end, you're also gonna only see negative things in life. And this kind of situation is hard for you to get out of, okay? And your heart, you have to protect your energy and your heart. This is low vibration and it's not something that we want to be involved in. Now, secondly, the type of guy that you have to avoid at all cost. This is a guy that everything about him is like a red flag, okay? So, what we call this type of man? The walking red flag guy. So, girls, ladies, this is the guy whose action just doesn't match his words. Like, for example, he says that he respects you, but interrupts you constantly. He promised to call, but conveniently, oh, I forgot it. I'm sorry. If his patterns are full of inconsistency and you feel like you're constantly making excuses for him, like, oh, you're justifying his behavior, or maybe he's just busy like a girl, like, what are you doing? Trust me, it's time to move on. This type of man is the redder type of red, like literally like freaking the darkest shade of red that is, like it blinds you, the type of red, okay? If he can't already be consistent with his actions and the way he treats you in the beginning, what makes you think that you can change him? To be honest, this may sound like bitter, but a man will change for the woman that they want to be with without any instructions given to them. Okay, that's just reality. And if you are the person that he wants to be with, he will literally do anything, anything to deserve you and to be with you to match your standards. And if he doesn't already from the beginning, honey, leave. What you doing there, wasting your time? He's not gonna change now. He will not want to change in the future. Go out there and level yourself up and make him regret for. No, no, don't even make him regret. Just let him live his sucked life, okay? All right, moving on. Another no no in a man is when he shows you any sign at all of him being a control freak. You know, control freak who literally wants to, like, you cannot do anything without him instructing you or like knowing, and he always want to control what you do, what you are, like this kind of thing. Okay, girl, run the fuck out of there. This type might start off seeming like protective or caring. You'll feel like, oh, he's protecting me. Girl, wake up. This is not the time to be the Lulu. With this character in a man, soon you'll realize that he's making all of your decisions. What to wear, who are you hanging out with, how do you spend your time. Okay? A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and freedom, not control. Okay, this is just an opinion that I don't think everybody agrees with me, but it's okay. Sometimes also don't agree with myself, but in this time I do agree with myself. Have you watched Love is Blind Habibi? The turkey teeth guy with the cute unfortunately pick me girl. Oh, okay. I mean, they look sweet together, but yeah, I watched the Love is Blind Habibi reunion. Okay, oh god, that was just such a mess. And did you see how Shafiq treats Dunya when he wanted to speak up for herself? I mean, yeah, it might seem like, oh, he's just protecting her from, getting bashed by other people. But in reality, the setting is Shafiq was actually bashing Noor for whatever the drama was going on there. And see how he treats her? Honey, that's just the beginning. And he wasn't being sweet. Although it appears that he seems like he's protecting Dunya, no, honey. He was patronizing her. And I'm sorry, this is just my opinion. Don't come for me don't come at me at this, okay? And unfortunately, Dunya is too blind to see it. I guess that's why the show is called Love is Blind, Habibi, right? Anyway, now we're going to another type of man that we should avoid. And normally, this sign appears like very early in the relationship or a little bit like, throughout the mid of like a year being with someone, whether you are official yet in a relationship or not. But okay, here's the guy who refuses to grow up. Okay, we call this the forever Peter Pan guy. He has no plans for his future, no ambition, and he's completely fine living in his comfort zone indefinitely. You deserve better men than this, okay? You deserve to be with a man that is gonna provide for you. Maybe sometimes, we cannot always expect physical demands to be met, but emotionally at least. And it's not about money or status, it's about mindset. When you refuses to grow up, you will stay in a place where you're always going to be wondering like what does it feel like if I reach this part of life where I'm going to be like successful. Well, how does it feel like when I'm successful? This kind of thing. Okay, you deserve someone who's at least willing to go alongside you. And if you are being with this kind of man, let's say you are someone who's ambitious, you want to be a millionaire or something, you want to have your own business, and he's never going to do anything to support you. Trust me. Unless in his mindset that he wants you to grow and then that he's going to help you grow together, then it's fine. But like when he refuses to do anything to help you be successful and for him also to be successful and provide for you and your future family, if you both plan to have any, honey, run. Like, don't even waste your time. Use your time for something more meaningful, like, for example, go to school, get a certification, build an empire, be a oil tycoon like Blair Walnuts is. You know what I mean? Another one, and unfortunately, I feel like so many girls have had the trauma of being with this kind of men. Hmm. So, I feel like so many of women knows, the guy who vanishes the moment the conversations gets real. Like he dodge topics about feelings, he avoid conflicts and never opens up. And you know, every relationships require vulnerability and communication. And if he cannot share his emotions with you, how can you build something meaningful together? This type of men, we call them the emotional ghost. And unfortunately, this is also a reality that when a man feels safe with you and then they know that you're the one, they will automatically become vulnerable. It's not something that you can control, okay? We always think that, oh, women are the ones that are emotional and men are not emotional being. Honey, that's a lie. Have you seen a man when they lose in the game that you're playing with your friends? Did you see how pissed or emotional they get? Yeah, women's only emotional when we are in our menses, okay? Otherwise, we can control our emotion very well, but men, mm-mm. And if they are emotionally unavailable, these are not the type of men that are ready to be dating. That and you don't want to waste your time with this kind of man because they are not ready to be in a relationship. That's obviously one of the reason. And second, they are not the person that you trust. And you deserve someone who treats you like you are that one person who they can depend their life on, so that you can also feel like you can depend your life on this person that you are dating or building a life with. And being with an emotional ghost will one day pay off in a negative way for you, because it will not just affect you in the long term, but it will also affect the family that you are building with this man. And yeah, neither you nor your kids deserve to be with an emotionally absent father. So think of that carefully. And finally, at the end of the day, relationships are about growth, support, and happiness. And if you avoid these type of men, it doesn't mean that you're being picky. It just means that you're setting boundaries and respecting yourself. And if these men are not willing to respect the boundaries that you set for yourself, that's already a sign enough that these are not the men for you. And you don't deserve to be treated that way, and they don't deserve you. Remember, you deserve someone who celebrates you, who values your feeling, and wants to work with you as a team and build a life of meaningful fulfillment with each other. And if you ever dated one of these types, don't worry, you're not alone. There's so many women in this world who are supporting each other, who are telling their stories, and we learn from each other. It's never too late for you to also get yourself out of the situation. Okay, you cannot change a man. Remember that. A man will change for you, but you cannot change them. They do that willingly if they want you. And every experience teaches us that something about ourselves and what we truly deserve. And before I end this video slash podcast, please share your thoughts in the comment section. I I actually would love to hear your stories, or even the types you think that should be in this list. I know I only gave like 5, but there's so many others that I might miss, and I want to hear it from your side. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.